Welcome to the Wild Frontier, y'all. It's Graybeard Gaming, and I just wanted to have something different to do, so I thought let's do something hard on New Frontier with the smaller sections. Starting off with $250,000 in debt, and everything is pretty much set up hard. And I want to cover the settings first, and then we'll get into what we've actually purchased. So this map, it does have forestry, so there's money to be made there. But I'm going to try and do this with just like OG type productions and things of that nature. I'm not going to try and go crazy. Now, back to the settings. What we have is we have a $250,000 loan. I'm currently running on 2x speed. I'll adjust that as needed. We are on hard. Traffic is on, but there is no traffic on this map. So everything is turned on, including fieldstone. I hate it. Okay, I hate doing fieldstone because you either have to roll them or pick them, and I hate doing that. Anyways, vehicle controls, everything is normal. I want my dirt to be slow just because I don't like dirt. Automatic engine start is turned off because it is so friggin' annoying. And it's like the worst game setting that there is. Stop and go bailing, or braking, that's turned on. So I mean, all this stuff is base game except for dirt engine turn off, and then I did turn off all of the AI workers ability to buy. So if I don't have it, I don't get it. Now, that being said, what do I want to achieve with this playthrough? I just really want to have fun, but I want it to be a challenge. And one of the other things that one of the other things I wanted to do was I don't generally turn seasonal growth to no. Generally speaking, I just leave seasonal growth on, but I feel like leaving it on means that it'll take so much longer for us to actually get to do anything we want, such as animals, primarily animals, and then some productions. But having to wait till October, November to get corn, for instance, say I want to get corn, and I'd have to wait. And I'm just not a patient man. So I've set fixed visual month to June, and I've turned off snow. That's the things that I have given myself. Now let's go ahead and look at how we spend our money. I tried to spend my money somewhat wisely, but it's not perfect. So our map, we are set right here. This is our plot. This is the actual store, right? But then everything else is all down here. I felt like I wanted to be closer to the store, and I just didn't want all these sections right here because like all these fields aren't included. So I just didn't want that. Next, let's take a look at equipment that our farm starts off with. So first things first, we have this shed. This shed has overhead doors, which are just basic. All right. And then we have this shed, and I never make a yard initially. I never do. I started it on the one tile challenge. I've started doing it that way with having a basic yard. So I thought I'd continue doing that with this playthrough. Next, I mean, I just got the basic tent. I want to be out of this tent within by the end of November, just because of, you know, I will try to keep that realism. Another thing I want to do is I want to try and figure out how to do live stream. And I know I don't have 1,000 viewers or anything like that, and maybe nobody's going to watch it, but I just want to do a live stream playthrough. So I'm going to try and do a live stream. So if anybody's got any advice, please reach out to me. I really want to do a live stream playthrough. I think that would just be fun. I've seen Crustu, I think that's Crustu, and Biggles have both been doing the one tile challenge on live, and that's really cool. And I kind of want to emulate that, but I don't want to do it on that because they're already doing live stream on that, and that's their thing, not mine. So I'm going to keep to my original one tile, and I also wanted to have a playthrough that I could do something that wasn't part of the one tile, just to kind of break up the monotony, because I've just been putting out a video every day of the one tile challenge. So I kind of want to do that. Okay, so let's take a look inside here. So first things first, you're going to see we have got the Massey 310 harvester with the header. Only thing that we really did to this was we increased the size of the hopper. So I think it holds 3,500 liters. It's not big, but it's intended to be useful while we grow. And we've got the Great Plains drill here. I did find this in the market, so that's why I bought that. I've got 3 pallets of seed. This here is the Dalbo. I think it's like 5.2 meter, maybe. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's 5.2 meter roller. Hate rolling. We got a little barrel of gas, just to kind of have around the farm. I know it's silly. We have the lizard plow. I've not used this plow with the tractor that I have, and that's going to be interesting. We got a little 900 kilogram weight here, and we have the modded what is this? The Salic spreader, and this one does fertilizer and lime, and I think it holds like 13,000 liters, no, 12,000 liters, something like that, 12 or 13,000 liters. Over here we've got the Typhoon EVG or EGV winch, you know, because you need one, because we do have trees, and I got to figure out a way to make money because I spent it all. So my initial $250,000 is gone. Now we have a little bit of lime, and we have a little bit of fertilizer, as well as our. This is the auto load dump trailer. You know, 8,000 liters, but it does auto load in case we want to bail. Next, we have got the quickie loader arms and just the pallet forks, you know, just basic. Now our tractor is, I found this on Mod Network, and I liked it. It's just nice little Massey. I think it was Massey 286G Uzel. This is I think a European tractor. I didn't. It comes base with as 2-wheel drive. I wish it didn't have the the stickers on the cab, because it's kind of not really what I want as far as aesthetic, but I wanted a cab. And I like this tractor a lot. So let's go ahead, let's hop in the tractor, and let's just go do a quick little run through our farm. and see what we've done. So this thing has some get up and go. It's part of the reason I liked it. I never make a track either. So I wanted to just kind of paint in a track. I didn't think it was necessary to do it. I never do. But like I said, I wanted to have a little bit of something different. I'm going to have to remove this tree. And I still have a large enough yard where I can put a couple of things. My goal was to utilize this whole section as a yard. So yeah, I'm gonna take it all the way back to the edge of the map, and that's gonna be my entire yard area. So any growth, any productions or anything like that are gonna go on this part of the map. And I wanted to have that kind of designated and squared off. I did kind of enlarge my corners just so that I can, do things in turn. I'll have this little track here, and I'm going to offset a little bit because I want to kind of fill this in with, and this is the end of our land. So if you look, I don't know if you can get a good aerial, but if you look, the map is kind of set up to, and I'll put in another field here, but I wanted to be able to plant along the edges of these tracks, plant trees. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with all these trees that are here. The pines, I'll probably cut the pines and sell them as logs. And that'll be basically the money that I can make is with those trees. But yeah, I have 3 field plots that I have this long one, which is the full length, and then I have 2 here, which are smaller. And one of the other mods that I added was the planting rice without having a paddy set up. And that's only for long grain rice, though, that I wanted to use that. So, yeah, because I've never done rice, and I don't believe you flood, and it's, to me, I just want to look at it as like wild rice. So it grows without a paddy anyways. And so my first expansion plan is I kind of want to take this section here when I can afford it, and then build from there. But that's not really going to be a problem right now because I am a long ways from that. So yeah, that's where we're at. Now, I do have precision farming, and I'll be using that as well. And just wanted to, give a general rundown on my feelings on precision farming too. It has its place. And on this map, where it's basically a wilderness map, there's a couple of fields, but I feel like having something to tell you what the soil is on undeveloped land makes sense. When I play a farm that is already been developed and everything like that, I don't feel like I should be using that because it should already be soil, samples done and all that stuff. So precision farming on a pre-built map, I feel like it's something that should already be done when you start that map. So yeah, that's why I'm simply doing it on this map because it's not developed yet. Now, I don't know what I'm going to plant for certain. I do want to do one field of the rice at least once to say I've done it. I don't know how it's going to pay off or anything like that, but I just want to be able to be like, yeah, I did it. Cool me. But that's kind of my feelings on that. As far as where this playthrough is going to go, like I said, I want it to become a live stream. But for the sake of, getting started, I thought, let's go ahead and start the plowing process and get all of these fields at least an outline done, so that we know, what they all need to, what they're all going to be, and all that jazz. So let's go ahead, open up our plow, and I don't know how well this tractor is going to handle this plow, so I'm a little bit nervous. Yeah, let's get it going. These aren't going to be huge fields, so I have to be mindful of, everything that I want to do has to, kind of just be done carefully. I want it to be entertaining, but I want to be able to make money too. And I'm not going to concern myself so much with the edges, because I know I did on the first one, and I was instantly not happy with the fact that I did that. I do want to make them rounded, but then go straight, so I do have to fix this. But yeah, I don't want to have straight, corners. I want to have it rounded. And I can see that this tractor will struggle with this plow, as we're only going 5 miles an hour. A little bit slow, And I don't have to have trees along every single path. It's just something that I like the look of. I like to do it. But if I don't leave myself room on every single one, like this one, I'm not doing this edge because my yard's right there, and that's just gonna make it a bit of a nightmare, just in general. So we will avoid that one. And we will straighten this edge out. Eventually I will have one more field on this plot, but it's going to take some time to develop it. So be patient with me on that. And I know I have the perfect edge. And I should be utilizing it. I've never used it before, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But I could also just, continue to do this and, hope that it just looks good enough. Alright, let's go to this one and we'll do the same. Just get ourselves a nice little field outline going. And we'll finish up with the other one. And I'll wind up trying to figure out how to do a live stream from there, because I would love to do a live stream. I want to interact with everyone. But that remains to be seen, because I am not the most tech savvy person in the world. I mean, I've just started kind of diving into editing and things like that. So, I mean, it's really slow going, but I want to improve. I also want to learn new things. So, I hope you guys are going to enjoy this series. Alright, get that corner. It's going to be a long, slow thing because this tractor is really not meant for this. I do have my second tractor already picked out. I can't wait to get it. I guess I missed a corner here. I'm going to have to round that out. And I'm not worried about perfection on this one. I am usually, my OCD does not allow for me to not have field edges to be perfect or damn near perfect. But I'm gonna, you know, and I'm also one of those people that I can't leave a single spot of hay or straw or grass or silage. I can't. I don't know why. I think it's just my OCD. But I really struggle with the concept of picking it up next time, especially with grassland. But I'm going to try to see what happens this time around and see if I can break myself of that. So far, so good. But yeah, my OCD has just always been kind of in my way, because I've always been in my own way my whole life. Excellent, excellent. Now we've got this field as well. And then we're just going to, I'm just going to post this video and see what you guys think. But yeah, if anybody out there would reach out to me just to kind of help me along the path of how to do a live stream, I would really appreciate that help. Some of my favorite content creators have been doing live streams for a while, and they've gotten quite big. So it's not necessarily something that they're going to have time for, but if you do have some knowledge on the whole thing, I would love some advice. Really would. So the headlands of my field, so the tops and the bottoms, I'm not going to be planting trees along those. At least if I do, it's going to be very very thinly. It's going to be these sides that I plant the trees. That's kind of what my thought process was with trees. That way my harvesters can turn around, things of that nature. I do plan to make this kind of a lot of plowed fields, just to kind of keep my, because I've already got periodic plowing going. Might as well plow, right? One thing I will do as well is I want to do a little bit of a logging session before I start planting everything. I'd like to get a planter, so not a lot of logs. I have a planter in mind, ready to be used, and I've got to also do the precision farming and get my soil analysis done. So those things gonna take a little time, which is fine. We'll get it done, but it's not gonna be done right off the bat. So I'm gonna have to go and get some trees cut down, drag them over, and hopefully I can make, you know, 6 or 8 grand. I'm gonna go back from this way. That way I can just kind of connect them. But yeah, I need to make I probably need to go and earn about $10,000 with logs. Just to keep up with my needs for cedar. And unfortunately, I'm not certain where I'm going to store the cedar because that was one piece of equipment that I had not yet purchased before I put in the, it was the only piece of equipment that I didn't purchase before putting down my buildings, and I just don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it. It'll probably have to go in the white building there, and you know, once it's in place, maybe I can store it in there. All right, so we've got 3 fields. I want to show you guys their outlines, and we'll call that episode 1. And then I'm hoping that I can figure out live streaming. But I'm going to finish these fields filling in off camera, and I'll probably go through, get my logging done so I can purchase my uh, planter, and then also get these fields, you know, precision farming, you know, soil analysis all done up ahead. That way I'm not boring you guys with something that you guys probably just don't even want to see. But thanks for watching, you guys. It's Graybeard Gaming. Wishing you the very best of days. We'll see you guys next time. Be safe.